Hey, how's it going, everybody? Gonna give you my thoughts and impressions about these Beats Fit Pro. And I was pretty hyped about them when they first came out. I bought them pretty quick, honestly, and the reason being is I've got the AirPods Pro Air, and they're great. I like everything about them. They're not your over-the-ear type headphones. They won't deliver that much bass, but all in all, they're great. They fit well, they work well, except for when it comes to running. The AirPods Pro, I just had one that kept falling out, and it would be kind of a pain. I was focusing more on adjusting you know, the fit, making sure it was secure during the run all the time, just kind of readjusting, and because I didn't want to lose it on the run, let it hit the ground. So anyway, that's why I bought these. I was super excited. The built-in wingtips, etc., really is what drew me to it. Plus, it's got the Apple H1 chip. It's all part of the ecosystem and all that. But I am going to return them today, and the main reason is honestly same issue for me. These fell out, or at least the same year fell out, and I believe I know why. I think the wingtips would have been a perfect solution. In fact, when I've tried silicone wingtips on the AirPods Pro, they were fine. They stayed perfectly. Problem is, you have to remove them each time to charge them. So here's what I think the issue is for me. Hopefully you can see that, and the lighting's not the greatest, but I don't know if, it's pretty fat. Like, here's the part that goes in your ear, but around here it's pretty bulbous and fat, and I think for me, and maybe it's a little heavy. It's not super heavy. I mean, I've seen some really big looking devices, and these don't stick way out or anything like that, but maybe it's the smoothness. It just worked its way out, even with this nice flexible wingtip. I think the design is pretty good. If this was just not as bulbous, I think it wouldn't have worked its way out. Give a little bit more to cling on to, maybe. And these don't stick in like the AirPods Pro, in my opinion, but they sound great, and that's probably why it's a little bit bigger, is for the extra bass. I love the way they look. I mean, went with the white. I think the contrast with the red bee and everything's great. Sound great, work great. I mean, honestly, they work just like the AirPods, right? They actually switched from device to device just fine. So anyway, that's kind of why. Oh, the case. I'm not a fan of the case, and maybe it's just me trying to figure out how to put them in. I'm not really, it's not a big deal that it's bigger. Still a nice design. It's got the USB-C, which is nice. A little bit bigger, but it just feels cheap to me. I mean, this clamshell feels like it's just going to break. I mean, it's not super cheap, so don't get me wrong, and you're not out there working this case all day. In fact, for me, I was just taking them out, sticking my ears, and running, right? Then I'd come back home and put them back in the case. But even, I don't know if you could see that. I find it a little bit of a pain to even open. I mean, the other ones, the actual AirPods just flip open so easily. I think people even do that just for the sound, but these are just a bit different. So anyway, I'm taking these back. They're about $200, and just, they sound great, they look great, but the main purpose for me was having something secure my ears for a run, and these just aren't going to work. So anyway, I thought I'd pass that along, mainly because, and I don't do a lot of these kind of videos. In fact, I don't know, I think I've done one other, and I'm not a YouTuber or anything like that, but there's just so many videos hyping this up, and I'm not saying it's bad. In fact, it may be perfect for every one of those folks, and for you, fitting in your ear, working just fine, staying in your ear. But for me, same issue. It just, they fell out, and I'm just not spending $200 on something like that. So anyway, take care. Hope this helps. Thanks.